Welcome to Off Topic with Tim and Matt, our scrappy, pugnacious little on-site sports podcast. I forget that part, where we always go off topic. Okay, so we have a special guest on the phone today, Bill Bledsoe, live from Washington State. Bill, how you doing today, buddy?
Hey guys, happy to be here, doing well. Excited to jump in. How's the weather out there today? I know you guys are outside today.
It's where it's cold and, well, not really cold, but it's not hot and sunny. Let's just put it that way.
A welcome break for sure.
A welcome break. Now, Bill, you grew up in Missouri and are a big college football fan, so we're going to get you in for a college football preview. Let's just jump into it. Right off the bat, they've got Texas number 1, Ohio number 2. Not really sure who's 3, 4, 5, and 6. What's your take on the rankings right off the start?
Well, look, Texas has to go to the horseshoe almost right away, right? Like that is a criminal start to a football season. They're going there with Arch Manning for the first time being the guy. I think they've got a tough task in front of them for sure. And, Ohio State's ranked 3rd anyway, right?
Right.
So, I think that Texas is going to be a good football team and definitely in the playoffs picture and have to be a contender. Man, that start is hard, right? Yeah. And then they've got to negotiate the SEC, and there are a couple of good teams in there too, right? Georgia, obviously, they don't rebuild, they reload every year. The sleeper that everybody's talking about in the SEC right now is South Carolina.
Okay.
They've got a quarterback that is we could be talking Heisman by mid-year for this kid. So, I think Texas has got a rough road. It's going to be a absolute brawl at the top this year, I think.
Okay. Hey, speaking of Carolina, the Tar Heels got Mr. Belichick. Any rumblings out of what he's done there?
Look, he's still Belichick, right? Like, he's going to succeed wherever he is. He's not going to succeed in his first year.
Yeah.
They've got to they had a lot of retooling to do. The one thing he does have is money, right? Like, in the world of NIL, money can make a lot of weaknesses go away quickly. But, I think they're still a lower 25 team this year. But, next year I think they could be a problem for sure.
Right. Now, you're a Missouri fan, and we were talking a weekend or so ago about they got some Walmart money or something to that effect and grabbed Penn State's quarterback. How are they looking in terms of, or how excited are you for this coming season?
Well, look, Mizzou is getting a lot of what I'll call disrespect this year. I think that they are an upper-tier SEC team with the talent that they got, not just a quarterback, but kind of the influx of offensive line they've reloaded. They've got a great FCS running back that has come over that is going to be, if you guys remember Cody Schrader, right, from a couple of years ago,
sure,
that we had that's actually doing well with the Rams this preseason. He's like that, only bigger and faster, right?
Oh,
so
nice.
I think Mizzou is going to sneak up on some people for sure. They've got one of the most generous schedules in the SEC. Ironically, the Previa, the kid that came over from Penn State, is actually in a heated battle. He may not be the QB1.
Really?
There's a kid there's a 5-star recruit that Mizzou had that's both a baseball pitcher and a quarterback. His name's Sam Horn. And Horn had to have Tommy John surgery, and so he sat out a year. And he's come back this spring, in the spring ball, looked great. And right now, it's a dead heat. So probably may actually get a bunch of NIL money to be a backup.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes, but it's really coming down to they may play both of them the first couple of weeks. We've got Central Arkansas our first week, so that's a great time to do like an on-field audition.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm always bullish on the Tigers for sure, but they're not a top 10 team this year, but they're definitely, with the playoff at 12, they've got a shot at that last spot.
Okay.
So, Bill, Matt here. Curious, what are your thoughts? I mean, I follow college football on the peripheral. I'm not really right into college football. But what are your thoughts about the NIL transfer portal? the lots of movements going on.
Yeah. So I think they've got to get the transfer portal under control, right? Like, if there's several kids that never played it down and transferred twice this past, off season. That's got to change, right? Like, there's a kid, I think it was a lineman from Michigan that literally never played it down at Michigan. And I mean, yeah, it's maybe another Big Ten team, but the point is the kid transferred before, like in the fall, and then transferred again in the spring window. You can't do that, right? Like, I think that they've got to get that under control. At the same time, I do think the kids have the right to earn some money and to, not be like locked into these schools when the coaches can move whenever they want. So they've got to find a balance in that transfer portal. In terms of the money, like, look, they've been mini professional franchises for a long time, so let's just run them like one. I think that's really the prevailing, sentiment that's happening now. And it's going to change college football. It'll continue to evolve because there are going to be schools that have a ton of money and schools that don't.
Yeah. EA Sports wanted to do, like, they got a program where if everybody chooses, say, Kent State to play EA Sports, they'll put a bunch of NIL money into Kent State. So they're sort of getting into the mix too, right?
I love that. Yeah, I did see that, Tim. And I'm like, that's creative for sure. And, so if you can get, like, for 1 year, Missouri State, here's an example, right, in Missouri. If you can get, for 1 year, Missouri State sponsored by EA Sports to get a bunch of kids to go down there and make a run, I think that's creative. That's awesome. But I do think that the power conferences, especially the Big Ten and the SEC, are really they're going to look at how they can separate themselves even further just from a fiscal perspective.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they were paying the kids under the table. Now it's just out in the open, so it's a little more honest now.
Yeah. Well, and everybody's got a chance at it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's above. And these, again, it takes away. I mean, back when I was in school, when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, right? Like, everybody knew what was going on when the basketball star that grew up in Detroit that, basically didn't have much money at all of a sudden showed up in a brand new Trans Am outside the school of business. That wasn't an accident, right? The dealer in town took care of him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been going on for so long. I just think that, there's definitely there's some recognition here that these kids sacrifice a ton, especially the football players.
Yeah.
My goodness, you just look at the toll on their bodies, et cetera, that, 150 of them are going to play NFL football, and the rest, the other 1,000 or whatever are going to go on to do other careers. So, they should get some money for it.
Yeah.
And definitely don't disagree with that. The transfer portal was one of the things, and I'm glad you talked about that, the guy transferring twice before even playing it down. It just seems like when they open that up, it kind of, the commitment level, you know what I mean? Like, previously you signed with a college, it was for 4 years, and if you wanted to jump, you had to sit out a year. Now you can transfer twice in the same year, right?
Yeah, they need to tighten it up.
And there's kids that have transferred, 4 or 5 times in their college career, right? Like, you look at their profile on ESPN or CSN, and it's like, oh wow, this kid's been at 5 different schools across the entire country. Like, they had to go make target runs every time they went to a new school, right? Like, there's just a lot of logistics there for sure, and moms, dads, aunts, grandmas.
Yeah.
Have to keep track of where Jimmy's playing football this spring.
Yeah, but it's interesting, though, because you look at Cam Ward, and he went to some obscure private college in Texas, went to Washington, and then Florida calls him up, hey, we'll help you with your draft rankings, and he goes first overall. So you look at that. I mean, you're some 20-something-year-old kid. You're like, oh, I want to be like Cam Ward. So,
and then when Cam Ward played on a Palouse, right, in Pullman, you guys know Washington State a little bit. It's literally out in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
There's not even there's only a Walmart, and so I think that,
what more do you need, Bill?
Well, that's fair. I think Mrs. Bledsoe would want to target, but yeah. So he went out there, but he kind of took a meticulous approach, right? He built his career from got some recognition into the Pac-12. And then all of a sudden, you know, he got that offer from Florida, and he made it work. And, you know, by the way, it looks pretty good in the preseason.
Yeah.
You know, had a good game the other night. So, and then John Mateer literally followed his same footprint, right? He was out in Pullman last year. He was I think he was the #1 scoring quarterback in the country last year. And now he's at Oklahoma. And, you know, he's going to be able to prove himself on the larger stage. So do you think you're going to see some of that? Kind of strategic choices, getting film, getting reps in places. And maybe that's better than sitting on the bench for 2 years at Michigan, right? Or Notre Dame or wherever.
Well, that's what I always kind of picture the transfer portal is. It's if, you know, you're a talent, but you get buried behind just a bit better of a talent, and you're not seeing reps. You hit the transfer portal and go somewhere you're going to get the reps and showcase yourself. But these guys are jumping for the dollars. These guys are jumping because they don't like the coach.
Yeah.
You know.
But what happened to JUCO? I mean, because that was sort of like you're coming out of high school. You're not the 5-star recruit, but you got the raw talent. Kids would go to JUCO for a year or two, get some reps in, and then make the jump to the bigger schools. And it's like JUCO's kind of lost in the equation here.
Yeah, I think football is just starting to get really expensive. Just in general, right? And junior colleges don't have the budgets to run football programs with the amount of training you need to have, the facilities. You know, again, I don't want to bring Missouri back into everything, but like, you know, the amount of money that Missouri has spent over the last 10 years in facility upgrades to like be competitive in the SEC. You know, it's well over $150 million. They're putting $100 million addition on the stadium right now to finish it up, right? So, like, that JUCOs just don't have the kind of money to pay the trainers, to pay the nutrition, you know, kind of all that infrastructure that it takes to run a football program.
Right.
And I think I'm a little sad for it because, Tim, I agree that, you know, kids got a free education. There definitely was opportunity there. And, you know, there's still some programs that are alive and well, but I think more and more of the FCS, you know, kind of the states, you know, kind of those schools that are in that realm or taking that JUCO kind of, you know, role, I guess. Is what
All
I'm
right.
saying.
Perfect.
So,
Bill, we're going to wrap up. Thank you very much for your time. We're probably off for about another month or so, just holidays and that kind of stuff. I'm going to give you a call. We're going to get organized for about towards the middle to the end of September. We're going to get another preview. If you're into it, we'd love to have you back on every week.
Hey, we're definitely open to it. I think, Matt, you know, we got to get your Dodgers healthy.
Right?
Right. We got to get you guys right quickly, so that'll be a good time to check in with them as well.
All right, sounds great. All right, Bill, you take care. Have a great day. Love to call in, buddy.
Take care, gentlemen. Take care. Bye.
Take care, Bill. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye. All right, Bill Bledsoe, and are we going to wrap or just keep going? We're going to keep going. All right, Greg Fawcett, the legend himself. Hop in, buddy.
And the myth, the legend. How you doing, buddy?
You know what I was telling Wayne? I saw you. You got to hold this. This is yours. You never age. I've been around for about 12 years, and you look the same. I'm losing my hair. You lost yours. You had the advantage. You lost it a long time ago. But you pretty much look the same.
My body would tell you differently.
Okay. Hold that up. All right. So, help me. What's up today with you?
Just out here, part of the executive with the ChilliBowl Giants.
Oh, okay.
Keeping things running smooth as we can. All these amazing volunteers that are out here. I'm just one of the many cogs in the wheel that's making another successful ChilliBowl.
Yeah. And how is it going this weekend?
Oh, it's been amazing so far.
Yeah?
Weather wasn't on our side on Friday, but made for some fun games. I love seeing football in the rain. It was fun because we haven't even had a practice in the rain this year as a group. So kids figured it out quick, but lots of fun so far. The flag yesterday was outstanding, and then amazing junior bantam football yesterday. That was tight games across the board. The Valley's looking real strong for football this year. It's going to be a fun year.
Good. And what have we got going on behind us? Is Adams?
This is Adam. Yeah, this is the six-man Adam.
Love six-man Adam.
Yeah, they're having a great time out there. Lots of fun, lots of learning happening. The six-man gets lots of people on the field and lots more teams and lots more playing time. So, 4 games happening on the 2 fields. It's coming in from the 40, and kids are loving it. And
going out to you.
Oh, it's out to YouTube. Yeah, it's on the YouTube. All four games are being broadcast live on YouTube currently. So
we got it, man. We're bringing it.
This is amazing.
I love the 6-man Adam. Just because, like you said, the kids get more reps on the field, and no one's going pro from Adam, so it's just about learning. But Friday Night Lights, we don't get an Adam game anymore, and it's the only thing that I just don't. I miss the Friday Night Adam games because they get so excited going through that tunnel. But
we had the Adam game on Friday for the ChilliBowl, but not for
for Friday Night Lights. Yeah. But it's this. I really like the new structure. You get 6-man. And then 9-man Pee-wee, and then you don't go to 12-man until you hit junior bantam, and it just makes way more sense developmentally.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the way they run that out.
Constant evolution in the game, and it's our 16th ChilliBowl, and we try to get better every year, and stay with things and do new and exciting things every year. So
Who started ChilliBowl?
Brian Sprott brought it to the executive, and he's still a huge part. He comes out and referees for us.
Oh, okay.
So it was Brian's idea to host this big tournament, and in years past we've had teams from all over the province come out to ChilliBowl, and it's been an amazing event. And
only 16. I thought it was a lot older than that, eh? Jeez.
No, it's just Wayne that's a lot older than that.
Well, that's
and that's one of the things when I was started coaching, that was the start of the football season.
Yeah.
Was ChilliBowl. Like you came to ChilliBowl, and then it was tournaments, and then it was games, and that started it off. And it was something we looked forward to every year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Been a big vibe. This will be my 13th or 14th ChilliBowl.
Okay.
Nice.
So that I've been a part of, and it's been great bringing my boys through.
I landed here in 2009, and I was working at the radio station, and I get this email about this ChilliBowl, and I'm like, oh, there's a chili contest. I'm in. I'm like, no, it's football. I'm like, oh.
ChilliBowl that you go for the poutine.
We got some amazing chili in the concession today as well.
I heard someone here yesterday. Noni was here yesterday, and she said the chili dogs to die for. So.
I'm in.
I'm in as well. We can combine them.
Oh, there you go.
Battle of cholesterol supremacy.
Now, are you coaching at all?
I coach 7 on 7 in the spring with the Giants, and I'm on to high school now with my younger boy.
Okay.
Yeah, you and Andrew running Sardis.
Yeah, Andrew, my older boy Andrew is one of the coaches there as well. He's also coaching on a junior bantam team this year.
Nice.
And my youngest boy Evan is playing for Sardis, so I'm coaching there, and we kick off tomorrow for our 2 weeks of camp before we get going into our season. But lots of GW players, lots of Sardis players are helping out with the Giants. A huge representation from both squads.
Where are they going to get the talent, honestly, when you think about it, right? You got to start off here before you can go up there. So.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a testament to how strong the Giants have pushed football into from the community into the high schools. The fact that started with one strong program when GW was going, and then Sardis sprung back up and kept going, and now CSS is going to get a program going. So
really?
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if that was
high
happening.
Schools rolling in Chilliwack.
That's really exciting.
Which is amazing news.
It makes it tough. It makes it tough because Abbotsford, we had that.
Yep.
Right? We had actually 4 programs going when the Hanson, but Hanson ended up just not being able to compete and keep up. So you started having the kids, fake addresses to go to one of the other schools to play.
That doesn't happen, Matt.
Yeah, no, it didn't happen.
Fake adoptions with the coaches. This guy's got 35 kids.
But I mean, you have to have the pipeline. That you guys have, that the Falcons had, to feed those schools, so they've got that base core going into it.
Yeah.
So now the NFL flag, you were a pioneer with that here in BC. You took the first team down to Vegas.
Yeah, took a team down to Vegas with that.
What happened with it this year? Were you guys involved with it this year?
Tyler Barbon has a group that's a bit of a hybrid team. There's kids from Langley, Abbotsford, and Chilliwack on it.
Right.
They won the tournament again, so they're going to be going to Toronto. Sometime in September, I don't know the exact date, to go for the national championships before they move on to the international championships down. And it's either Orlando or Vegas this year. I'm not sure where it is.
Oh, nice.
So we're being represented again by through the Giants and the Falcons, and the Bears are all on one big powerhouse team.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, Tyler started off in Abbotsford and then came out here to Chilliwack.
Yeah, I believe
great coach. What's that?
He played in Mission.
He played in Mission, so he's covered the whole valley. Great coach, great volunteer. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, we're going to wrap up. Anything else you want to add while we got you here?
No, just thanks you guys for all the work you guys do and how you promote our game. I truly appreciate you guys and all you bring. You're kind of the unsung, you're the faces, but yet unsung for how valuable you are to us. So thank you to
you guys. You do the heavy lifting. This is like super easy. We don't do a lot.
It was funny because I've got grandkids now. You know my son Lucas, right?
Yeah.
And he's got 2 boys. And people say, oh, when they get the right age, are you going back to coaching? I'm saying, no. I'm going to stay on the sidelines and tell my son, who will be coaching, how he's doing it wrong. That's what we get to do now. So, yeah, now it's his turn. So
excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Great seeing you, buddy. Keep doing what you're doing.
Now, you coming out to our draft next Wednesday night, or you coaching? All right. Curtis, there you go.
Curtis is up again.
All right, buddy.
Thanks,
Thank you very much. You take care.
Take care, Greg.
Greg Fawcett, legend here at the Giants, and all-around great guy. All right. We're going to just keep rolling. We'll kill this mic. Okay. Any NFL news you want to touch on while we're still in a football context?
Nothing huge. I mean, you're seeing quite a few injuries in the preseason games.
The 49ers?
Oh, lots of them. Lots of them. I mean, the Chargers lost a receiver to a concussion yesterday. It was just a brutal hit. There's another one, and I'm not sure. These guys are out there to make a name for themselves, and the name isn't going to be a good one.
No.
When you're coming in and you're laying a shoulder on a receiver who's already dropped the ball, like the ball was already past him.
Yeah.
And there was a Falcons backup quarterback that went for a scramble and then just got blasted as he was starting to head out of bounds.
Oh.
And they had to carry him off the field. So I think I think the preseason's great in the sense you get out there, you get reps, you work on things, and people are trying to make names for themselves. But when you're dropping a shoulder on a defensive receiver, it's not a good name.
No.
So
interesting enough, the NFL draft dropped, and with Shedeur Sanders and all this kind of stuff, there was, but they sort of stole the spotlight.
Right.
With the whole Shedeur Sanders things, Gabriel Dillon, you said they're playing chess, everyone else is playing checkers. Now that the dust has settled a little bit, the New York Giants are looking like absolute geniuses, getting Abdul Carter, the edge rusher, picking up Jackson Dart, like trading up to 18th, and then grabbing Scatterbo, like in the second round. They're like, everyone's like, whoa, they figured it out before everybody else did.
Well, and that's what I said after, I think it was our first show after the draft.
Yeah.
They knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
They had an absolute unbelievable draft.
And no one's talking about Russell Wilson right now.
Yeah.
Like absolutely no one.
But the Giants are still saying the plan is Wilson's going to play.
Yeah.
Start the season. Jackson Dart's looking great in preseason.
Right.
But they don't want to rush him into it.
No.
And that's the problem they had with a couple of their previous quarterbacks is that, Eli went into it easily.
Yeah.
Eli Manning, right? Since then, they've gotten these rookies and they're like, all right, you're going to go in like Eli did. Whack, whack, whack.
Yeah,
they're done, right? They're gun shy or whatnot. So
they're just not ready. I mean, it's just so much faster.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And Wayne wandered off. I guess he's coming back. The camera's still rolling. Arch Manning, Bill and I both subscribe to The Athletic, and they did a big, full profile article on why he's just better than anyone even realized. And he's only coming into his first year starting at Texas.
Yeah.
Like he rode the bench.
Yeah.
But his footwork and how he plants himself and how he, even getting sacked, he's able to get the ball out and then protect himself so he's not getting hurt. So Arch Manning, that's where all the hype's coming out of Texas, right?
Yeah.
So keep your eyes open on that guy. And, that's about it. I guess we're still rolling.
Well, I think the funny thing is with Arch Manning is a lot of guys are a lot of teams that didn't draft a quarterback are thinking, tank for Arch Manning this year because he's going to be the number one pick next year.
But his grandfather's like, no, he's going to spend one more year at Texas. He's not ready yet.
Exactly.
And if anybody you want to listen to, it's Archman Sr. He knows a thing or two about producing football, and NFL caliber quarterbacks.
And that's the thing is, one of the things I always say is practice makes permanent.
Yeah.
And he has done this since he was walking.
Yeah.
He's been working on these things that makes him so much better than everybody else because when they didn't even know they liked football, he had already figured out football.
Yeah.
So it's just one of the things.
Well, people forget Eli Manning did 5 years at Tennessee.
Yeah.
He did not go in after second or third year.
No.
He went back. He did 5 full years starting quarterback at Tennessee before hitting Indianapolis and changing the complete culture of Indianapolis.
Peyton Manning. Not
Peyton
Eli.
Manning. Sorry,
Yeah,
Peyton Manning. Who did I say?
Eli.
Eli, yeah. And then Eli sort of, got in on the Giants on a crappy Giants team, led the league in interceptions his whole career, but then did the impossible and beat TB12 in two Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Right? If you do anything in your career that you beat the best guy in the league at a Super Bowl, like it doesn't matter what you did anything after that. So you just never know. You just never know.
Too funny.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Let's swing it over to baseball.
So we swing over to baseball. So I made some notes. We finished all the. Oh, yeah, the Huskers played last night.
Oh, yeah. Huskers got their first win last night.
They did. I watched
really
the game.
Yeah, it was a really good game. Really wet game.
Whew.
Yeah, it was. The ball was slippery out there for sure. But the Huskers came out and did what they needed to do on a rainy night. They played very conservatively on offense. They really hit it on special teams, and their defense was on fire.
It was. I mean, let's be honest. They were playing Kamloops, who's not very strong this year. But a win is a win is a win, and you still have to play your game, regardless of who you're going up against.
Well, and here's the thing: is they say Kamloops isn't very strong, but Kamloops is still a good football team. That the Huskers got in front of him, stopped their big plays from happening.
Yeah,
that game would have been a lot closer. I mean, it was only 12-9, 15-9 at the half.
Yeah,
it was tight. Or 8. 12-8 at the half.
Right.
It was, and it was really tight. Because Kamloops does play so solid,
right?
Their defense is good. They get in there. Their offense.
Their running back was at number 26. What was his name?
That's Grigorzik.
Oh my gosh,
he's phenomenal. He's a phenomenal player. Yeah, and he's a smaller guy, but he makes himself even smaller when he runs, which makes it hard for a 6'5" guy to tackle him.
Yeah,
because he's got that low center of gravity. His legs just hammer, right, and he just disappears. And he's got a great jump step. Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch. And then they got that big 17 Mikkel who can catch everything. There's 2 guys on him all night. You know, and as the Huskers know, they got to take him out of the game, right? And then they also got Duport, who was making massive catches, got their only touchdown. Really solid. They've got a solid team that is just getting defended well.
Right.
So
the thing that impressed me the most about the Huskers last night, third down, short yardage, they went for it and they got it almost every single time.
Yeah.
I think one time they didn't get it. They didn't convert on that short third down.
Yeah.
And it showed a lot of balls on the behalf of what Bob's doing in his offense.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, we got 2 yards. Let's go get 2 yards. We can do this. Oh, we have some more royalty coming over. Richelle, Keddy, come on, girl. Enough about us. Hubba. See, when you get the hottest babe in town coming, that's when the likes start going up. We know the formula around here. How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. On the executive again this year?
You betcha.
And you're doing the old cheer squad?
Nope.
No?
I haven't done that for 2 years. I'm first VP.
Oh, first VP.
Yep.
Number 1 in our hearts and first VP. How many years have you been? We go back a long, because we were on it together, and I haven't been on it in a long time.
Yeah, I think I want to say 11 or 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know. I am the second longest after Wayne.
Well, no one's ever going to beat Wayne.
Oh, no one will ever beat Wayne.
Jurassic Park never goes away.
OG.
That's right. So, how are things looking so far this season with the Giants?
I think they look fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've got a strong group. We've got 2 JBs, 3 Pee-wees, 3 Adams, and
nice.
3 U8s, I want to say.
Okay.
Yep.
Very
looking
nice.
Good. I haven't made out to all practices. Big cheer squad. I think we have 14, 15 girls out. They were out Friday night in the rain. They braved it. They were out yesterday.
Always. The cheer squad, no matter what the weather is, cheer squad is always out there.
Always out there.
And they're never complaining, and they're having fun.
Absolutely.
And it's just, the spirit of
if you
football.
see them doing jumping jacks, they're keeping themselves warm. So
that's my favorite part of Friday Night Lights, is watching the group of them out there. Even with the pouring rain, they got their clear garbage bags on. They don't give up.
No.
It's
rain,
awesome.
Yeah.
So what's your assessment so far at ChilliBowl this year?
I think it's running fantastic. The weather has been meh. But, it's running very well. There's been no blips. think 2 years ago we had to cancel it because of smoke.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's doing good. We're a little rainy right now, but I'll take it over.
Don't complain. Play in the rain because it's better than as an asthmatic. I'll take this over the smoke any day
Well,
of
and
the
a
week.
lot of these kids have never played in the rain before, so
Yeah.
this is a very good introduction for them.
Because it's been about a month since we've had any rain, so the practices they wouldn't have had any.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, doing the Huskers game last night, monsoon.
Oh,
jeez.
yes.
Then
yes.
sunshine,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
a monsoon again, right?
Yeah.
So you got to get used to that when you're playing. Football doesn't stop for the weather.
No.
You know, we did a border bowl years ago where we had guys in between plays running the snow shovel across lines so you could tell where the lines were.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was hilarious. I got a picture of my son, and he's like prancing through the snow in full football gear with the ball, right?
Yeah.
So,
2
yeah.
years ago in Langley when it was the Pro Bowl or whatever it
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
it was snowing, and my son, he's like, if I get a touchdown, and he slid into the end zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember that so well.
And then he did a snow angel.
That was epic, and they all started doing that. Oh my God, that was the funniest thing. My favorite memory of going to the championship at MAP. I get there, always like to get there early.
Yeah.
And I look out, and dude's got a leaf blower, and he's just blowing the lines
Blowing the
clear.
snow.
And
Yeah.
like only in BC, right? I grew up in Montreal. We have like the snow machine. There's
Oh,
like
you've had snow for 3 months.
Yeah. And there's this little leaf blower just making sure the lines are clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, where's your son this season?
He's at GW, second year GW.
Okay. Help me. What grade is that? Grade 11?
Grade 10. going
Grade
into
10.
Grade 10.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I was talking to your husband, and they went down to Eastern Washington for a tournament or something.
We went for a camp. Yep.
Camp.
Yep.
So are they sort of looking at him? Or is anybody south of the border kind of giving him an eye? No?
Not yet. He's still too young.
Yeah.
But next year, I guess this season, he's going to start doing what he needs to do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, you start
letting.
working on your tape. You can start working on your clips, put them online,
Yeah.
and whatnot. And then in grade 11, they start to look at you. Grade 12, they start to talk to you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? And if you're a superstar, they'll start talking to you in grade 11. But
Yeah.
usually it's grade 12.
Classroom, weight room, practice, games. I guess would be the priority, right?
Classroom for sure. Yes. We try to push that to him.
Yeah.
Can't play without the grades.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, you got to express that student athlete.
Yeah, exactly.
Student athlete.
Yes.
Because you're right, you can't make it in without the grades. It's held a lot of people back.
Yeah.
And you know, you got the opportunities, like you can play BCFC or whatnot, but is that really where you want to be?
Yeah.
You know, you want to go play university college ball,
Yeah.
you got to have the grades.
And I tell a lot of the new parents coming into the program that it's not the coaches that let them play, it's the teachers that let them play,
Yes.
because the teachers and the students need to have a good rapport, and the students need to be accountable, and they need to do their homework, and they need to have the good grades, and then the teachers will.
Yeah,
Sign
100%.
off.
I went to a hardcore basketball high school in Toronto, and the coach would override a lot of the teachers and talk to the principal, and you had some kids, some pretty tough backgrounds with some attitude cases. And I remember sitting there like, you're not helping this guy.
Yeah.
He's not going to the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, you're not helping this guy at all. Like, you should be sitting him down saying, dude, what is wrong with you? Like, you're in school. Like, you're not going to the NBA, so I suggest you do some homework and lose your attitude. But it was the opposite, and it was kind of heartbreaking because they're just getting used, right?
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that, GW, it's like the teacher's like, no, Mr. Coach, I'm getting problems with this guy, so he's not playing this weekend.
Yeah.
And that's you got to do it when they're in high school, because that's where then the mindset sets in,
Totally.
right?
Yeah. And it is high school first. It's school first, because let's be honest, they're not going to be football players forever.
No,
No.
100%.
No.
They need their education.
I mean, 150 kids, we just talked about with my buddy Bill Bledsoe about the U.S. college. 150 of them will get drafted and maybe play, and the rest have to go on and do something else. So there's only so many online analysts they need. There's only so many coaches they can take on. So you
Yeah.
better get an education.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stay away from kinesiology. That field is packed.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Richelle,
welcome.
Keddy. Anything else you'd like to add as a member of the executive?
No, you
First VP?
know first VP.
Number one in our hearts. You look
Second
great, by the
OG.
way.
Well,
You look
thank you.
absolutely fantastic.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
You look good too, Wayne.
Wayne.
He was,
Wayne.
Or Tim.
Damn, he looked.
Okay, that really hurt. I mean, I thought we were friends.
Someone had to throw it out to him.
I thought we were friends.
Wayne looks good too.
Yeah.
No, he
What are you
doesn't.
talking about? Wayne looks great.
Wayne looks great. Sure. For his age. Anyway.
For his age.
All right. Thank you very much, dear. We
You're welcome.
appreciate your
Not a
time.
problem.
You have a great tournament.
Thanks, you guys too.
All right. Cheers.
'Kay.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Kill that, Mike. Okay. How much time we got on the old battery pack there?
We're down to 67%.
67%.
Oh, we got lots of time.
Silly with time.
You talk about the Lions.
Lions had a game last night.
They beat my Alouettes.
I know. I saw that.
I mean, it's just
I didn't see the game. I was busy. But
we didn't. I was sitting next to a friend of mine, and he brought it up. Oh, hey, look, they're beating Montreal. And like Montreal was on fire coming out of the starting gate.
yeah.
BC couldn't buy a win, and now
Yeah.
it's in 180 degrees, and it's like, hey, man, we're looking at like Saskatchewan, BC for the Western. Might as well be the Grey Cup.
Yeah, BC's really got it together. Like you said, they couldn't buy a win coming out of the gate, but they seem to settle down a little bit here, and
Found
they're
their
doing quite
legs.
well. Yeah, they're beating the teams that they should have been beating before, and then the Alouettes. I mean, maybe they shouldn't have. That should have been a bit closer than it was. But the Alouettes don't have a quarterback still,
They don't.
do they?
Yeah, they got a huge quarterback problem.
Yeah. So, I mean, you come out of 2 years ago, they won the Grey Cup. Last year, they were right there on the cusp again. This year, their quarterback's hurt, and they're falling off hard.
Well, they need the young quarterback, right? Because when they won it 2 years ago, they picked up Ferraro out of Saskatchewan. He got cut.
Yeah.
And he's this aged veteran. And Montreal picks him up, and all of a sudden they just bulldozed, Toronto. They won Eastern Conference Final, and then won a thrill in Manila to win it. So it's not like anybody's really young at pivot in Montreal. That's their problem.
Well, and the young's not always the best thing either. I mean, if you remember, Nathan Rourke was here, and we didn't win anything.
Yeah.
Right? We won some games and whatnot, but we didn't win the Grey Cup. We didn't win any playoff games. He goes down to the States, gets some veteran, leadership into him, and he's come back and he's really taken the reins this year. So it'd be interesting.
It is. He's, it's funny because you come up, you're the hot kid. It's harder than it looks.
Yeah.
I think LeBron said this to Caitlin Clark. It's supposed to be hard, otherwise everybody be doing it. But you go down to the States with stars in your eyes and dollar signs, and it doesn't really work out. And all of a sudden you've got, what? I can succeed back up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need the NFL. I need the CFL, and it's just. I think it's the mindset that those 3 years down in jumping around as basically the practice squad guy sort of changed things for him. So yeah.
Well, and it's interesting because you look at the West Division. BC's still sitting in 4 at 5-5. Winnipeg's 5-4 because they had a bye week. Calgary 6-3. Saskatchewan 8-1. But you flip over to the other side, the East Division. Hamilton's running the top at 6-4. Montreal's 5-5.
Yeah.
Ottawa's 3-7. Toronto's tailing at 2-8.
We're mid-season, right? I mean, if BC just keeps winning, it's any sport. You have to get into the playoffs.
They're climbing.
You just have to get in the playoffs. So if they can keep doing what they're doing, they'll be fine. So
I watched some of the Saskatchewan-Hamilton game yesterday, and Saskatchewan's just got a very dominating team.
Yeah.
On all aspects. Very dominating. So it's going to be interesting to see who can unseat them.
Yeah.
If anybody. So
the nice thing, if Saskatchewan wins, and I was in Saskatchewan when they finally won it in 2007, my daughter had just been born. Everybody in every town from the U.S. border up bordering the Arctic hits the streets and just celebrates in full bore.
Yeah.
It is the provincial team. Like, they can't name too many guys on any other team. They can tell you everything. They're Rider fans. So Rider Nation, they just go crazy when they win.
Good.
So that's
good.
You just don't get that in BC. The Lions win. Everybody sort of celebrates in their little home parties.
Yeah.
Montreal, Toronto, but when Saskatchewan, they win, the whole province just goes crazy. So it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All 10 people.
All 10 people. Oh, isn't that nice? Hey?
That time of year, hypothermia runs rampant.
It's freezing. It's bloody cold, man. It is not warm, let me tell you. Okay, BCFC, that's good. CFL, that's good. Do you want to switch? Are we good for football? Keep rolling. So let's keep rolling. We got a bit of it. We're just going to do one continual stream, and this
We're live. We're outside. We got some football going on behind us, which is very good.
Got your Falcons right here?
Yep. Got my Falcons over there. It's a Falcon Fest.
Oh, right. Yeah. We got Mission, and I guess that's more Falcons. So we got 3 Falcon teams on the.
Oh, there we go.
Holy
Look at 'em.
mackerel.
Yeah. I love seeing that kind of growth in the club. And, I like seeing that they have 3 teams at the U6 here, or the six-man
U8.
U8.
Yeah.
U10. Adams. We call it Adams. I don't know I know where the U stuff got in my head there.
I have to start at junior bantam, 12, 13, and then I do the math down, which takes me about an hour. So, yeah, no, it's Adam football is, some guys, Adam football, the injuries are so slow. They get so excited, and they just remind you why you do it.
Well,
right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And they're all out there. They're all trying. They're all, they're all eager to be there, playing with their buddies. And I love seeing this because you're going to have the cross from their buddies. So you're going to see high fives and hugs for sure.
Yeah, it's very cute. It's very, very cute.
So.
Okay, Major League Baseball. My Toronto Blue Jays handed it to the Texas Rangers 14-2 yesterday.
Yeah.
Miles Straw, 4 hits, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. The 2 home runs came in the first and second inning. The guy just had a career game yesterday, and everybody else, they're back. They got their mojo back. They're back.
They're playing quite well.
23 games over 500. They're 5 up on the Red Sox. I need them for about 6 more weeks until the playoff starts. Just got to keep doing it. So just don't let me down. I don't know. I can't explain it. I can't explain why they're doing the way they are, because they're the same team they were last year.
But here's the thing, Tim, and I can't believe I'm defending the Blue Jays to Tim, Amy. Jeez,
Crazier things have happened.
They've never. Whoa, Jesus! I was like 3 inches deep into the turf here.
Matt used to do ballet before he got into football, in case you haven't noticed.
Can you move over a bit? So I just went to slide the chair like I was on a floor, and I'm 3 inches into the turf. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
You got the wide-angle lens out there. You got all of me.
Okay.
So, but last year we were talking about this, and it wasn't the team that was the problem. It was that the team wasn't performing to their best ability.
I know, but that's just it. But, nothing's changed. Like the hitting coach, the ownership, the management, the coaching staff, it's all the same.
Right, and as you were screaming, burn it down, I was saying have patience, because they've got the skills there. They just need to bring it together. And this is where we talk about chemistry, right? Is that once that chemistry starts to flow, Vladdy was worried about his contract. Yeah. People are talking, is he going to stay in Toronto, right? Vladdy looks really happy right now, right? He signed the new contract, 10 years. He doesn't have to worry about nothing for 10 years.
Yeah.
He is going to be a happy guy there, right?
He wanted to stay in Toronto for his daughter.
Yep.
His daughter really likes it, and he's going to get better high school,
Yep.
I'll tell you, last 27 games, he's hitting .374, first in the AL. 19 extra base hits, first in the AL. 23 runs scored, first in the AL. That's 23 runs scored in a 27-game span, so he's almost scoring a run a game.
Yep.
And his OPS is 1.147. If you have an 8 or 9 OPS, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
So he's just killing it. And, of course, Bo is hitting 300-plus. He's got 20-plus home runs, and he's got 80-plus RBIs.
Right.
I mean, those 2 guys, and Bo, of course, they have to sign.
Yes. Yeah, Bo still needs a contract. But I think the conversations have happened because he looks happy too.
Yeah.
Right? And last year, Vladdy and Bo didn't look happy.
No.
They were worried. They were concerned because of the way that they were trading pieces away and trying to fill holes and trying to make it, they were trying to fix on the run.
Yeah.
Thing, right? They're trying to fix the car while they're driving it.
Yeah.
Right? And the things that they did that didn't really pay fruits at the beginning are starting to pay fruits now. Yeah. Vladdy's got a contract. He's a happy man. He's out there smiling and dancing.
Yeah.
Right? Bo sees this all happen, and they're talking to his agents.
Yeah.
So Bo's seeing this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Made it by another trade deadline. His name was one of the biggest ones on everybody's lips.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But they didn't trade him.
No.
They said, we want you here. So it's the chemistry and the happiness of the team right now.
And, of course, 7, 8, 9 hitters are going crazy. Alejandro Kirk, he's finally the catcher everybody thought. Defensively, as a catcher, he was leading the league for the past, 6 years.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people didn't realize. His bat, all of a sudden, is caught up to where they wanted it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he's doing different, but I hope he keeps doing it because he's hitting over 300 and he's getting these clutch hits.
Yeah.
I mean, they were down 3-0 on Friday against the Rangers. He made it 3-2 and then got the go-ahead double RBI two-run double to put them in the lead. And I just...
Yeah, and see, and I've always liked Kirk.
Yeah.
I always thought he was a good hitter. Great defensively, but I always thought he was a good hitter.
Right.
Right? And then you're like, oh, his hitting sucks. Like, he's in a slump.
Yeah.
Now he's pulling it out.
He was in a slump for a couple of years. He was hitting 220, 250. And, of course, and George Springer, who thankfully is back after getting a ball in the face.
Yeah.
That was not funny. I mean, he had a massive contract. He was hitting 250 was like his best year. All of a sudden, he's on pace for like 30 home runs. Like, where has this been for the past 5 years? Like, dude.
Well, he came from Houston, Springer,
yes.
Right? And he had to figure out how to hit without somebody banging on a garbage can to tell him what was coming. So, but I mean, you look at them. They're sitting at 73 and 51.
Yeah.
They're tied with Detroit, right?
Yeah.
So, and then they're only behind Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Right? So they're tied up for the second best.
Don't play Milwaukee. Don't play Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's just on fire.
They cannot. Every team has that one team they can't beat, right?
Yeah.
Your Kings can't beat the Oilers. My Canadians can't beat Tampa Bay. The San Diego Padres can't beat the LA Dodgers. Toronto Blue Jays cannot beat the Milwaukee Brewers. If they go to the World Series against Milwaukee, I'll be so angry. But here's the funny thing about Milwaukee. There's a burger chain, strictly in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And for the past 40 years, they've said if they hit 12-game or 13-game win streak, it's free burgers for everybody.
Yeah.
It happened once before. They had to hand out 200,000 free hamburgers, and they got a 13-game win streak.
14. They won yesterday.
14 is the record was the challenge with 13 games.
Oh.
So they got it. So everyone's getting their free burgers now. But I mean, it costs these guys a fortune, but they make the money back.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You get one free burger and you buy 3 more just because it's so awesome, right?
Well, and the thing is, I heard is that they're getting the voice of Bob Uecker.
Yeah.
Done AI is doing motivational speeches for before the game.
Oh, jeez.
Bob Uecker.
That's kind of creepy.
It is, but they're loving it there. So
they're having fun in Milwaukee.
I don't know if it's AI, or if these are things that he has said before that they're pulling up and cutting together or whatnot. So
I have trouble seeing Bob Uecker as a motivational speaker because he had that self-depreciating humor for so many years.
Yeah.
When I got cut, the manager broke it to me softly. He said, "We don't like visitors in the clubhouse." I mean, that was classic Bob Uecker, right?
Now, the Dodgers are still having some issues with injuries, but still sitting on top of the NL West.
It's unreal, the depth of the Dodgers. I don't know how they're doing it.
Second in the National League.
It's crazy what they're doing.
Them. But the Padres went on a win streak and caught up with them and got ahead of them. And celebrated like they won the World Series.
Oh, of course they did.
But then they faced the Dodgers, and they lost the last 2. Now they're behind us again.
There you go.
But I love watching the Padres play this well, though. And people would say, well, how come they're in your division?
Right.
Because it's a good competition in our division.
Yes, they make the other teams work harder. I've never liked the Padres, and it's the ugly shit brown uniforms they have. I shouldn't say that, but it's the ugliest color.
It is.
Like, who thought that was a good idea to have, like,
the
sandy
Padres
brown
are monk robes.
Yeah,
brown,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's why they went with that, and I'm like, that's a bad idea.
That's ugly.
That's
a really
ugly
ugly
idea.
I'll tell you an interesting stat that is picked up offline. The Jays, first overall, 39 comeback wins this season.
Yep.
Tied with LA Dodgers, 39 comeback wins.
Yeah, I saw that
season.
the other day. I was like, that's interesting.
It would be.
But that's how you got to play. And I mean, you got decent pitching there.
Yeah.
That's really kind of doing what they need to do. The managing of the pitching staff has been fabulous.
It has.
They're pulling guys when they see that they're starting to struggle instead of letting them struggle, right?
Yeah.
And you look at these 39 comeback wins last year would have been down like to 10.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the big difference here is that the Jays aren't out of it as soon as they're behind.
No.
They're able to fight back.
Yeah.
So.
And then Jays also have another problem. They traded for Shane Bieber.
Yeah.
Another starting pitcher, which I found kind of weird, but their starting pitching staff. But he's rehabbing his shoulder, looking really good in AAA.
Yes.
So there's talk he may come up.
Yeah.
But he's going to leave them with 6 starting pitchers. And then Trey Savage, who's the young kid they drafted first overall last year, is hit AAA.
Right.
And he's looking good.
Yep.
And it's just, I mean, Savage, no big deal. You put him in the bullpen, right?
Yeah.
But what do you do with 6 starting pitchers? Do you get Scherzer, 50 pitches? Shane Bieber coming in afterwards, doing almost like a bullpen day?
No.
Like what do you do with 6 starting pitchers?
You slide an extra man into the rotation at different points. So right now they have a 5-game rotation.
Right.
And you kind of just make it a 6-game. Not a full 6-game rotation, but like a 5.5-game rotation.
Okay, but then let's say they make it to the postseason. You're going to want a 4-man rotation.
Yes.
Right?
And there's guys that don't play in the postseason.
Who sits out? Max Scherzer's your veteran. He's pitching great.
Yep.
Matt Lauer's your lefty. He's pitching great.
Whoever's hot at the time.
The first 3, Barreros, Gosman, Bassett, they're your bread and butter.
Yep.
How do you leave one of those guys out? Like, it's a good problem to have. I'm just kind of fascinated and kind of curious, how are they going to do this?
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, you go with the hot hand, and the consistency, right? I mean, that's one of the things that you want in the playoffs is you want consistent. So who's hot, who's consistent, and you don't worry about egos or hurting feelings. So
that's tough to do, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Dodgers have had to leave very good pitchers off their starting rotation into the playoffs.
See, it's too bad, Matt. I always wonder, could you put Max Scherzer for long middle relief in the postseason? Would he be able to do it? You know what I mean? Because he's at 60 pitches at 41 years old. That's where the wheels start to come off a little bit.
Yeah.
That's where he gives up the 2-run home runs. And just in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, God, if he could just get into that mindset of being a bullpen guy, you could starting, he could add 4 or 5 more years to his career.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But B, things fall off early, no problem. Let's bring Max Scherzer in. He can give us 3 or 4 innings.
I've seen it done before.
Yeah.
It's not unheard of. But the mindset of a starting pitcher who's going out at the beginning of the game to shut things down.
Yeah.
As opposed to somebody's that coming in to save the game. It's a different mindset, completely. Personality, a whole character traits.
Yeah, you're starting, so you get into your mindset 2 days before, you get your reps in 2 days before, and then game day, you're there.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's like, okay, start warming up. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, no, it doesn't, right? Yeah. You've really got a routine as a starting pitcher because you're going to pitch 7 innings. The backups or the relievers, you may only be counted on for 1 out.
Yeah.
Right? So you've got to be ready to go. Whereas a starter, you want to go 6-7 innings, and you got that mindset, you got that preparation, you got it ready. So I mean, could he do it? Possibly, right? Possibly.
Unlikely.
But look at the last game of the World Series last year.
Yeah.
Walker Buehler, who was a starter, who pitched a couple days before, went down to the bullpen on his own, because he's like, we may be here, you may need me in the ninth. Got himself warmed up and stepped up there and 3 up, 3 down.
But he was on the roster, though.
He was on the roster.
Right, so if you leave him off the roster, that's it.
Yeah. So he was a starter who went over and did it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are pitchers that can pitch like that. Is Scherzer one of them? So that's.
But he has to be on the roster. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't see him not being on the roster.
Who do you leave off though? That's a tough question. He's 41. After 60 pitches, things start to get a little shaky.
But you got depth in your relievers.
But when things get shaky, that could be a 3-run home run that caught. You know what I mean?
Quick hook.
Yeah.
You got to have a quick hook in the playoffs.
Well, that's been the problem because he's pulled pitchers, starters.
Yeah.
John Schneider too early. And it's burned them, right? So now it gets more complicated.
Yeah. So
it's an interesting problem to have. I mean, if you're going to have then Shane Bieber, who you traded for.
Yeah.
You traded top talent for him. So,
but Scherzer's not there next year.
No,
Scherzer's retiring.
Shane Bieber has an opt-out. Maybe he's not there.
Well,
So it's this interesting dichotomy going on with the Jays. How are they going to balance this? It's going to be. It'll be interesting to watch. It makes it fun to talk about, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's not boring. So that's for sure. All right.
What else we got?
That's it. I can't. Hockey, nothing. It's all preseason. One of your big guys with the Chargers got an interception and a touchdown yesterday.
Our defensive lineman.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. He got vertical to get that, too. He got some good height on that.
It was pretty good, but it's preseason. I just don't get too excited about preseason sports.
You know what? And I say this all the time, is I'll turn it on because it's football.
Right.
Right? I don't care that it's not regular season and the games matter and my fantasy football is all on the line here.
Right.
It's just I get to watch football.
Yeah.
I come here and I watch football.
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, preseason is a quality a lot better than Adams football, but I enjoy all of it from top to bottom. Well,
you enjoy it for different reasons.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
It's fun to watch some of the guys, the rookies that are coming in. So yesterday was the Chargers against the Rams.
Yes.
The Battle of LA, my AFC team against my NFC team. And so I really enjoyed that game because I got to see both sides of it. So it was really good.
In a little bit of a left turn, Friday night, I came home after a very long week. The Jays were on Apple TV, which I don't get, so I couldn't watch them. Happy Gilmore 2 is worth sitting down and watching. It's very funny.
Me and the wife, we actually have it downloaded to watch while camping next weekend.
It's very funny. It's. I watched it. I picked up most of the nuances. I was talking to somebody yesterday. Yeah, I got to watch it again because I think I missed stuff.
Yeah.
But he shoehorns a lot. There's a lot of cameos, and that was it. You know, people said it's just a goofy movie with a ton of cameos, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah,
like it's very funny. He took 30 years to craft just a brilliant sequel. It was really well done.
Well, and I guess people are upset because Rob Schneider's in it.
Yeah,
because he was anti-vaccines and he said some stupid things.
He's in it for a nanosecond.
Yeah. And he was like, I wasn't leaving Rob Schneider out of it. As I love about
Adam Sandler.
Is when him and his buddies made Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Right? Way back when. You know, he'd been on Saturday Night Live and he had done stand-up and stuff like that. But he came out there and he was able to get the funding to make Billy Madison and he had all these buddies that he's brought with him along the way.
Yeah.
And not a lot of guys do that. A lot of guys hit that trajectory and they leave them behind. But he's brought these guys along the way in all of his comedies.
You stick by your friends.
Yeah. And you know what? He goes, I've been friends with the guy for 30 years. He may have said some stupid stuff, but I'm still his friend.
Yeah,
and he's still going to be in my movies.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great.
He has 3 daughters. His wife and I don't know if his 3 daughters or his wife and 2 daughters are in it.
Yeah.
And they're great. His youngest is a beautiful young woman. She's really funny.
Yeah.
And his one daughter has some sort of smaller roles. But with the woman that plays his wife from Claire from Modern Family. Julie Bowen.
Yeah.
There was talk that Sydney Sweeney was going to be the love interest.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, yeah, Sydney Sweeney's younger. I mean, he's going to have her. And he's like, what are you talking about? You're half the movie. Of course you're going to be in it. Like, come on, man.
Well, because she was in the original.
She was the original, right? That was her big break. That was her first movie, working for, at scale, making $45,000. And she goes, I remember reading the script. And a lot of people got on me because she was in the lingerie with the 2 jugs of beer in his dream sequence or whatever. And she goes, it was a funny scene. I didn't think it was sexist at all. It was just funny, of course. And then Shooter McGavin, he's back.
I love
Shooter! Choke on that baby! All right. I think that wraps up. Thank you for staying with us for this Marathon Gab Fest. Thank you very much, Bill Bledsoe.
Yeah,
Greg Fawcett.
Your buddy's cool. I like him.
Very nice guy. We're going to get him back on get him on regular guy. He's a great talker. And, of course, Richelle Keddy, the lovely and talented, very bright backbone to so much of what we do around here. Thank you very much for your time. Vice President.
First
Vice President and number 1 in our hearts. Okay. It's not going to be for a while. Next weekend.
2 weekends I'm camping.
So next weekend you're camping?
Next weekend.
Labor Day weekend you're camping?
Yep.
Then I'm off for 2 weeks. I might be the first weekend I leave on the Saturday, which is the 6th. And then the next weekend I think I come back on the Friday or the Saturday, so I could do it that second weekend in September. I have to look at my schedule. I'll get back to you. But definitely the weekend after that.
For sure.
We'll get Bill back on. You'll see what he looks like. We'll have him on video. And, so I'm off to Quebec City and the Gaspé Peninsula, my roots as a Anglo-speaking Montrealer who can order a coffee in French and do very little else. All right, buddy.
All right.
Thank you very much. Don't
Enjoy your
forget-
trip.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your trip.
Like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you. Thank you for tuning in for Off Topic, where we always go
Off topic.